Alright, so I'm down on the east side of Milwaukee. This is where a lot of like college kids hang out. I believe on my left there used to be like a college campus right there. But this is notoriously a spot for college kids. Come down and got like local stores, restaurants, bars. It's the lower east side of like north. Just coming through the city, headed towards the lake. Today was a nice day in Milwaukee. We got about 60 degrees here in April, and for us, that's pretty decent. So I took a ride down towards the lake, getting the Surround out, riding on my 2024 Surround Light BX. And I guess I'm just pretty eager to get out and mess around with the bike. And what better reasons than nice weather, 60-degree day. Although down here by the lake, right next to water, it's definitely not feeling like 60 degrees. It's feeling more, maybe like 40 degrees. Then again, it could be because at 50 miles an hour with wind hitting you in the face, it feels like 40 degrees. So yeah, man, this is the low end of north. A lot of bars down here. The nightlife in the summertime just go crazy. A lot of bars down here, a lot of restaurants down here, stores. It's daytime, midday, but summertime, nighttime, this is a lively area. A lot of people out technically, or usually, should I say, out here having fun. I actually might come down here at nighttime one of these days and get some nighttime footage in the summertime. I'm just testing out the bike and even testing out the video. I have no experience in videotaping. Just been looking on TikTok and YouTube and seeing people documenting their city, riding through. So I figured I'd give it a try. What the hell? Why not? So we steady heading towards the lake. I think that's St. Mary's Hospital right there. I don't know what you want me to say about a hospital. People be in there. You're sick, you're dead, you're dying, something broke. You can stop in at St. Mary's Hospital. Now we're like literally blocks away from the lake. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it because I have a phone mount on the handlebars of the bike. I'm looking to get into the helmet, but I look back right here because this old lady is like right behind me. There she go, right there, and she looked agitated. So I thought, being polite, like I moved over to the thing because I'm thinking she's want to go right. But then I see that she's just mugging me and she has an attitude. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me get back, get ready to pull off. She storms off in front of me. I don't know if you're going to capture it on the phone, but she storms off in front of me. She was super agitated. For what reason? I don't know. I actually was trying to be the polite person. That's why I rode up on the sidewalk, because I thought she was turning right. So I was trying to stay out of her way. But she seemed very irritated. And unfortunately, we was going the same route. This is the roundabout heading down to the lake. And you should see that in a second. It's nice scenery, nice area. In the summertime, all of those trees are green. And the grass is green. It's still it's technically spring, but it's still fall looking outside. But yeah, this is Lake Michigan that we're rolling up on, Bradford Beach. This is where a lot of action happens at during summertime. When I was younger, you can see a lot of girls down here from high school and your neighborhood friends and come down here and have a good time. These days with these teenagers, this is where you come for high-speed chases and fights. Unfortunately. Back in my day, this is where you came and got girls at. How time has changed. So I rolled in here for a quick second. Again, I'm just riding the bike. I never even took the bike this far. I live on the north side of Milwaukee. This is probably a 20-minute drive. I don't know miles. I don't speak in miles. I speak in time. So on this bike, it probably took me 20 minutes to get down. I don't know what that is in miles. So, I'm just testing the range. That's one of the things I came down here for, to see, what kind of battery life would I be coming all the way from the north side down to the east side. And I say I was around like 70%. From 100% charge down here, I'm at around like 70. So I don't know. This is my first time having an e-bike, but I can't tell you if that's like technically good or not. I thought it was pretty good to come all the way down to the east side, 20-minute ride, for it to be on 70. My tires are not built for this, but it was fun to like feel it. But definitely slipping and sliding on the sand. Tires are not for this. You can feel it losing a lot of traction, slipping and sliding. Yeah, this is Bradford Beach though, man. It's not yet cracking outside, because down there, again, it's feeling like 40. So it's not really like heavily populated like it would be on a nice summer day where it's hot. But it is what it is, and it's the first first commentary I got coming down. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. Just let me know in the comments if you do, and I'm gonna start going to our ghettos. Alright, so this is just me messing around, man. I just got down to the lake. I'm just taking a quick little video flexing. 2024 Saran Light BX. Alright, then it's me pulling back off. Again, y'all, you gotta remember, this is my first video. I feel like I'm very monotone and kind of nonchalant. But I think that it'd be better when I get me a camera and a mic and I'm actually in real time chopping it up with y'all. Right now, I'm not even on the road no more. I'm in my living room, just going over what's going on. So you gotta understand that I'm not in the moment. I'm kind of just like, narrating what was going on. So anyway, I'm getting up out of there. Maybe I can even play around with and see my tonal pitch. So yeah, man, people, I'm getting up out of the lake, and it was a really nice day. Anyway, so I'm leaving the lake. I think this Lake Drive in Milwaukee, right? That's the name of the street, Lake Drive. To the right of me is Lake Michigan. In the summertime, this is super nice, man. A lot of cars out, a lot of bikes out, a lot of girls out, a lot of police out, a lot of bad teenagers that's up to no good. A whole mix of that. Again, we're not quite there right now. Hopefully, I keep going with these videos. Y'all be able to see the Milwaukee lifestyle. It actually is lit, but it's a little chilly down here, man. It's like 40 degrees outside. You know what I mean? Midday. This is probably like 12 in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. So, people in school, people at work, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But yeah, this Lake Drive, I actually just missed, the police was on the left, and I remember this part. I had to scoot over and get in the bike lane because I didn't want them to, question me. But that's why I got over into the bike lane and was finesse. Hey, this car finna come up on the left of me too and cut me off. I was pretty mad about that. And then she just seemed super upset. I don't know what's going on with these people, but here it comes. She finna cut me off, and I have to slam on the brakes a little bit. Hey man, you get one of these bikes, be careful, because a lot of these people on the road don't care that you on the bike. They could care less. She going on about her business, and I would say not paying attention, but later on in the video, she was staring right at me. So that's why I'm assuming that she didn't care for me that much, because she's gonna stare later on in her rearview mirror, just staring at me. And the way she cut me off, I'm gonna run this red light. Yeah, I'm up out of here. At this point, I was kind of agitated with her, man, bitch, you know what I mean? But I let her get up a little front because obviously she's in a vehicle, she's in a car. I ain't finna play with you. I ain't trying to get hit or nothing like that. And you seem like you not in the mood, so let me just get some distance between us. So I'm on my way all the way back to the north side. It's pretty much where we headed now. Got down to the east side, going back up to the north side. As we gradually get to the north, you will see the neighborhoods change. I want to give y'all a look. This is where she's staring at me in the mirror. I don't know if you can see it on the phone. Yep. You can kind of see it right there. The content I'm going for is I'm going to show y'all like the urban side. I don't want to be sounding wrong, but in Milwaukee, this ain't the side of town that I hang out on. It's college kids, a lot of more wealthier people with big mansions. I'm more inner city, big rims, candy paint, loud music part of town, if you know what I mean. So my whole content is going to be, showing y'all the inner city life with a little bit of mix of downtown and the lake and festivals, because we got a lot of festivals that come in the summertime. We got Summerfest, State Fair, you got Greek Fest, Afro Fest, Italian Fest, Bastille Days. The summertime, bro, we got something to do all the time. So I do plan on frequenting those and getting some content and just riding through and chopping it up for a second. You know what I mean? If I can. I'm assuming this is what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to try to show y'all more of the inner city and the cracking part. But it's going to be mixed in with some of the, the other lifestyles that we got in the summertime. So we still on the east side. A lot of college kids, a lot of families down towards this end. We gradually get back up to the north side, though. I think that they call this Whitefish Bay. I could be wrong, but I believe this is Whitefish Bay area. You will get pulled over or go to jail messing around down here. A lot of theft happens down here, breaking into cars, and stealing cars, stuff like that. It's not my side of town, but it's pretty decent down here. It'd be a nice place to live because there's so many stores. It's a nice neighborhood besides the break-in and stuff like that. It's a pretty decent, low violence, so it's nice this way. I don't really know what to do to fill the void of talking, but yeah, this is still the east. Summertime is pretty decent down here. It's not bad at all. I think I ended up stopping near my barbershop, my guy Shannon. I should have told him to come outside, man. He never seen the bike, and just so happened I was passing him, so I did pull up on him. As you can see, I know what area I'm in, so I began to not run lights and stop at the lights and wait on them and stuff like that. Because I just don't know how these police are going to act towards an e-bike. And I don't need that stress in my life. I don't need to be getting pulled over and questioned about an electrical bike. So, you see me staying in my bike lane for the most part, stopping at red lights, just to be low-key, to blend in. I don't need no extra attention. Who needs extra attention? And riding these bikes, you do run the risk of people just asking you questions. Now, would you necessarily get in trouble? Who knows, Most likely, I can't say most likely. I can tell you most likely Milwaukee police is going to probably not even bother. They got bigger issues. They got like guns and drugs to worry about, which is the area that I live in. They don't care about some guy riding on the bike. They want to know if you got dope or pistols on you. And if you ain't got none of them, you pretty much got a pass to go ahead about your business. But when you get into areas like this, where they're not as busy with high-speed chases, drugs, guns, gang banging, violence, they tend to stop you and question you about a bike. And I don't want to be questioned at all. I don't even want to be asked what kind of bike this is, what do the bike do, how fast. Leave me alone. I don't want any kind of interactions with law enforcement. Don't even ask me what kind of bike it is. I don't care what it is. So as you can tell, I'm stopping at all the lights. I'm pretty sure this is Whitefish Bay. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So you can look that up if you want to. Whitefish Bay is a pretty decent neighborhood. You can see the kind of people that's walking around. It's a lot of shopping centers. Alright, so we back off. Yeah, so now I am on Capitol, what we would call East Cap. Going up Capitol, going up the East Side. Remember what I told you. Gradually, these neighborhoods will change. And I don't think in this video I stop and go through none of the neighborhoods and nothing like that. But trust me, we go through some of the sketchier neighborhoods. This is my barber shop. Right here on the edge. I stop in, look at my barber for a quick second. We do the bro head bob. What up? What up? He has somebody in his chair. And then, I go on about my business. I might get a video next week of me going to get cut, just ride down and chop it up with him or something like that. I feel like I need to start documenting every time I get on the bike, huh? If you heard that vibrating, that is my house arrest bracelet. So yeah, we are going up Capitol now. I do not stop in the neighborhoods to give you like a tour, but that is coming. I am going to give more of tours and chopping it up and showing y'all the area and going extensively through these neighborhoods. That is the move. That is what I intend on doing. But for all intents and purposes, I pretty much keep it pushing at this point. I'm just riding from the east back up to the north, and I believe at this point I'm riding on like 50% battery or 60% battery. So what's technically in my head right now is get to the grid. Because my house is kind of far to be playing around on the electric bike. I will give you tips though, for if you are looking to get these bikes, or if you already got one and you be running out of battery. It is all depending on how you ride. If you are hitting the throttle full on, full send, you are gonna run through battery a lot more. If you are going through, brush and grass and off-road, it's gonna cause the bike to use a lot more energy. So on my bike, I have a back 4000, and you can control street mode and ludicrous mode. Now ludicrous mode is going to give me a whole lot more torque, and it's going to up my top speed, but that's going to come at a energy cost. So I found that putting it on street mode is better for long distances. Ludicrous mode is going to get me up to like 55 miles an hour, and it's going to use a ton of torque. So it is fun, and ideally I want to ride on that a lot. But for longer distances, you turn it on street mode, and I've experienced that it don't let me go over like 40, 41, and the torque isn't as intense. So you take off a lot easier, and it's helping with the battery. So if you plan on going far and you got like these controllers where you can switch on from different modes, I would suggest switching on like eco mode, or you might have street mode, depending on what you got, that the mode it varies. So turn on the one that, if you're going for longer distance, that don't use as much energy. If you're just staying in your neighborhood and you want to go fast and do stuff, then sure, turn up, why not? But if you're going for a long distance, then you might just want to dial back on that. But at this point, I'm not that far from home, so I believe I'm on ludicrous mode right now, because I trusted it enough to just be like, man, you know what, I'm gonna shoot my shot. And later on in the video, I actually run, and I probably pointed out, I don't know if I want to because it's close to my house when it happens. Like, I'm a few blocks away from my house where the bike actually dies, like all the way out. Like, literally, it cuts out on me, it dies. This is me, threading the needle, sliding through. This is a good thing about these bikes, man. You can finesse your way through that. I'm right up out of there. Easy work for me. So I'm on ludicrous mode right now. This is still east side, but I'm coming up out of That's Mesmer High School. So I'm now easing into the north side. I don't know geographically. I'm gonna say that that's the one, and that hopefully that's like location and not numbers, for I don't sound stupid. Geographically, I don't know the exact streets, but I'm gonna say I have now reached the north side. Once you cross that street, right there. Now I'm officially on the north side. And if you know anything about Milwaukee, the north side is the sketchiest side of our city. It is where a lot happens. It is the most dangerous side of the city. It is the side of the city that you have to watch your back. It is guns in every store, every neighborhood. There is a lot of drug dealing. There is a lot of high-speed chases. There is a lot of running red lights. If you know, you know. And now, there go funeral line. So, if you know, you know, man, just be a lot more careful. Hey, this van right here, they get on a lot of BS. They gonna switch over and cut me off. And then, like, I try to get away from them, and they gonna ride the back of me, too. Pause. That's why I'm gonna get me a camera that connects to my helmet, so whatever I see, you can see. Watch, they gonna cut me off. Bam, I had to slam on brakes. I throw my hands up like, bro, what's going on? And then I come behind this bus, and they literally right behind me, like almost bumper on my wheel. Oh man, I think I just seen my light on that truck. So maybe that's why I was running out of battery too. I think I had my headlights on that whole time. So I was considering jumping this curb, but I learned my lesson on jumping curbs. You know, I had an accident, broke the fender, broke the throttle. So, you know, I'm a little more cautious. I run that light also. And yeah, we continuing on the north side. Again, you can tell the differences if you're really looking close, that the neighborhood changes a lot more. Wait till the summertime, you gonna see. If this is like, oh, and it's not looking like much, man, you just don't know. This is all sketchy areas. I'm gonna go through these neighborhoods in the summertime and actually, you know, slide through these neighborhoods and give y'all a little bit of history. Maybe even share some of my own stories about what didn't happen to me in these neighborhoods, and not to me, but what I've been through these neighborhoods. Because, you know, I've been through all these sections too. I'm from the north side. I think Rob from the north side, Sir Rob from the north side. You know, that's the whole brand, the north side. Yep, so we getting to the thick of it, man. These are all, you know, real deal neighborhoods. This is like a real busy street here in Milwaukee, capital, and you got to be careful from getting in car crashes, people running lights, and high-speed chases. Super street that you need to be paying attention to. And I run this light also. So there's that. I don't know if I should be documenting this stuff. Ain't nobody gonna pay attention to me. Alright, so we steady going. And trust me, man, I don't know. Depending on how this go, I might just do the voiceovers. Maybe I won't talk during the whole bike ride. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. You let me know if I should buy the camera to where I can be talking real time, or should I just do the voiceover? This me getting confident. I'm swerving in and out. I'm getting overly confident now. You got to be careful with being confident too, because you will get in the mix of getting hit or flying off these bikes. But that's me getting confident. I got to be hitting around like 45, 50 right now. And what we call in Milwaukee baselining. Like that car in front of me is not supposed to be in this lane, and neither is it might supposed to be. It's a bus lane. But we call this baselining here in Milwaukee. And that's what we do to get away from police, to get around cars, to get through the city faster. It's highly illegal, highly dangerous. But it is the culture here in Milwaukee. Unfortunately, that's what we do. Sherman and Cap, I got a crazy story about that. But I'm going to do, man, maybe tomorrow, man, I'm going to slide through some of these north side neighborhoods. And, you know what I mean? I'm going to do my thing. I'm excited, man. I see a lot of big YouTubers doing this. And I don't know. I kind of want to join in on it. You know what I mean? show my culture, show what's going on in my city. Why not? Hopefully I don't ever get into no altercations or issues with people throughout the city, because, you know, I haven't always been the greatest person to the community. And if people start seeing that I'm doing this, they might recognize me, but hopefully they know that I come in peace and those was a thing of the past. All right, we're going up Fond du Lac. Equally as dangerous as Capitol. A lot of car crashes, a lot of high-speed chases. Big main street here in Milwaukee. If you're looking at it and you're like, man, ain't nobody outside. Again, y'all, it's not that warm out here. It's mid-afternoon. People are at work, in school. So, you know, that's why it looks this way. But it goes down on them two streets. It do. That's why I'm going to get some nighttime footage, too. I'm gonna get some footage for y'all can see the culture. But it definitely goes down, man. No cap. No kizzy. I don't know if my voice irritating either. I wonder, is my voice irritating? If it is, deal with it. Because these videos finna be coming out. This is gonna be up today. Raw, no edited, really. I don't even know how to edit. I'm doing this on CapCut right now. I have no idea if this is a good edit, bad edit, what I should be got going on. I don't know. I'm just uploading this video, pressing record, and talking on it as I drive through here. Hey, it's pretty raw. It's pretty uncut. No, there is no step on this. I'm not cutting it with nothing. This is just me riding, then me coming home and talking throughout the video, letting you know what was going on. All right, so this 60th Street, this is actually more of my stomping grounds. I'm off Hampton. I'm off 52nd and Hampton, which is to the right. So it's 8 blocks to the right. So I'm very familiar with this entire area. This is where I grew up all my life. My parents still own homes around here. You're going to see me slide through here, feeling real confident. Let me get through here. I don't know if you can tell by the camera, but I'm doing about 50 right now. So I don't know if the camera doing it justice, but your boy doing 50. That's 50 on a 30-mile-an-hour street. So I'm going 20 over. It might not seem that much on camera, but in person, I'm doing 50 and a 30. And if you see other cars that's looking like, man, he ain't catching up, that's because ain't nobody here doing the speed limit. They speeding too. So that's why it might look like, man, you ain't even catching up to them cars. That's because they speeding too. And they probably going over 50. So, yeah. And you gotta remember that I gotta be more careful. Bumps, bangs. I don't want to fly off the bike. But yeah, this me getting more comfortable. This Villard. I went to prison right here on this corner. Did 4 years right there in that corner. Not on the corner, but I did 4 years because of what happened on that corner. Just past it. All right. So we still coming up 60th. You know what I mean? I'm about, look, this car off. This, I start arguing with them. Look, they cut me off. They in the bike lane. This is what we call baselining. You catching it in real time. They're not turning. He just baselining. And he doesn't realize that you just cut a bike off me. And then now I start waving him off and complaining because he finna try to cut me off again right here. But he see me like, dog, what the fuck? Or I don't know if I can cuss. And he sees me now like, oh. Because I'm like, dog, bruh, like, what's going on with you? I get around him, whatever. Bam, bam. Let me get through here. This 60th and Silver Spring. Super ghetto here, too. I come through. Yeah, let me get through here. This ain't the best neighborhood either, man. All north side. I'm going to get footage of all of this. I might do it tomorrow, man. Tomorrow we got like a 65-degree day. You know what? I might go ahead and just do some random like neighborhoods around here on the north side. You feel me? This is right around where my bike is finna cut off. But the good thing about Surrounds is that if it cuts off, you can possibly get back to the crib if you're close. Like, it cut off on me and it was on 1%. I started it back up and it let me get down to the crib. Now, I'm going to only show where it cuts off at because I live in this neighborhood, and I don't need nobody seeing this and starting to guess about where I live. But it's finna cut off like right down here at the end of this corner. And you're gonna be able to tell because I stopped for a second. Watch. Getting down here. Like, I stay close in this neighborhood, not right here, but I stay in this general area. So I don't be meeting people all the time. I'm still in the inner city, y'all. And this ain't the best neighborhood. Now watch. This where it cuts off on me. It cut. This where I noticed the bike just cut. And you can see look, you see me? I pulled to the side. So I realized, oh man, the bike cut off. Now I pulled to the side, I cut the bike off, and then I cut the bike on. It just cut on me. And now I realized I gotta get to the crib. So I jumped this. But yeah, man, y'all stay tuned, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Rob from the north side. There's gonna be a lot of content like this coming more, man. We getting the ghettos. We're gonna get the summer nightlife. We're gonna get the festivals. I mean, do me a favor, man. Run me up. Then follow me on Instagram at Rob from the north side or Rob from the north side. You know, check me out. Love, brother.